Guys, I was just thinking how legit math is. I mean, all the money you can make from it, all the skills that you learn from it. I mean, at the end of the day, how do you compete with math? It's a great subject. All right, push that to the side. Segment addition. You'll notice that one, angle addition, segment addition, they both have addition in common there. That means that we're going to add. The only big difference is that angle segment, that's going to be our different canvas. So the angles, of course, pretty straightforward, but the angle segment addition, we're going to be playing with segments. So being able to, again, EQ, what should I take away from this note video, solving for parts or whole of the segment? Okay, either finding part of it or the entire segment. So could I draw out a segment addition problem? Sometimes you'll notice that over here that the problem's drawn out for you. Sometimes it's only given to in more of an English format and you have to draw it out. So make sure you could do that. Like you could draw a segment TV and then be able to break, like U is in between. So you got to put that in there. Make sure that you remember that part plus part is whole. Could you explain? So I'm looking over here on the reminders what CLT means, not TLC, who doesn't love TLC, but CLT here. So combine like terms. So remember you have the numeric terms, the variable terms. So remember combine like terms, really important. Algebra 1 skill set. Difference between an expression and equation. So remember we could have expressions, incomplete sentence, otherwise without an equal sign. Once we use an equal sign, complete sentence, and that's when we can solve. So equations are something we can solve. It's a difference between expression and equation there. What equation do you use? Remember, I told you part plus part is equal to whole. What does the P stand for? So remember that it's called part or piece. W means whole. So those are hopefully what your variables, what they stand for. You'll notice that we have the formula P plus P equals W. Plug it in, label up and plug it in. So once you label up your picture, you can plug in and solve. So to find the indicated length, you'll notice that there's our X. So we have label up our parts. So we have P, P, W. That is the entire segment TV. So that would be X plus 20. So that's an expression, but it equals 32. There's an equation. So then we combine our variable terms. Numeric terms. We have 20 and 32. Anytime you jump the equal sign, you do the opposite. That's opposite. So the opposite of addition is subtraction. So minus 20. So we have X equals 12. So 12 plus 20 is 32. So you can always plug it back in and make sure it works. So that's your like level 1. Really, really basic. So this would be more one that you would see for a test question. So this would be the TQ to really make sure you stay with me. It says points A, B, and C are collinear. Okay, word. So remember, all points are on the same line. So B is between. Remember, between means in the middle. No. So remember, it's not in the middle. It means between. It's offset. So just when you draw a picture, so we can do AC. Just make sure B is between. So we'll make it offset. So there's B. So it's a little bit, there goes my phone. That means you can hear that. That's my mom texting me. So then we label it up. So we have AC, which is the entire, and that's 3x plus 3. AB is -1 plus 2x. BC is 11. So now we can use our formula here. So we have part plus part is equal to whole. So AB is a part, BC is a part, and then the entire AC. So that will give us -1 plus 2x plus 11 equals 3x plus 3. So we have combined like terms. So we have numeric term, so that gives us 10. And then so plus 2x equals 3x plus 3. Always move, it's a good habit to move the smaller variable term first. Anytime you jump the equal sign, you do the opposite. It's the opposite, bazinga. And then numeric terms, jump the equal sign, you gotta do the opposite. Plus 3 turns into a negative 3. So we have x equals 7. So it wants us to find x. So x is 7. And if we want to plug it back in, so 3 times 7 is 21 plus 3, so that's 24. So we have 7 times 2 is 14 minus 1 is 13. If you notice 13, 11. If we add those together, 24, part plus part is whole. All right, guys. Segment addition. That's a wrap.